Welcome back to McGill's Reviews. All right, y'all. So this is my review for Lil Wayne's The Carter 6. Came out yesterday. I finally got a chance to sit down and listen to it. Listen to each and every single track. I got notes for the tracks. Got my notes right here in front of me, man, so we can sit down and talk about it. But I'm going to get right to the point, bro. I was very disappointed listening to this album. I was very, very disappointed. You can hear it in my voice, man. I literally just finished listening to the album, and I'm just stuck, bro. I'm really stuck. Like, I did my top 10 most anticipated hip hop albums for 2025. I did a video earlier this year, probably back in January. Go check it out on my channel. Lil Wayne's The Carter 6 was on my top 10. Bro, this did not live up to the expectations at all. I didn't think this is, in my perspective, this is the weakest out of the whole Carter series. But yeah, man, I'm blown, bro. I'm absolutely blown. I'm like, oh my goodness, this wasn't it. You know what I'm saying? And especially with the lead up in the bill, you know what I'm saying, from the whole thing with the Super Bowl. And I remember he did a commercial on the Super Bowl talking about how, he's locked in and stuff like that. And he's, recording for the Carter 6. And for this to be the final product, man, nah, this wasn't it, man. This wasn't it at all. But anyway, we're gonna get right into it. So, man, the interlude is called King Carter. Pretty, it's an interlude, nothing really to it, you know what I'm saying? But that's fine. Right now, one of my favorite tracks on the album, Welcome to the Carter. That was a good track. Wayne had some strong bars. The production was solid. So at this point, when I heard it, I said, okay, if this what the album is supposed to be, all the way through, then yeah, he's good. He's good, right? So I'm like, okay, I like the Carter. So that's A. We're 1 for 1 right now, right? Well, 1 out of 19. Anyway, next track, Bells. I thought that was a good track. That was a track he sampled, Rock the Bells from LL Cool J, hip hop legend. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that was pretty cool. Bars Wayne was pretty good, you know what I'm saying? So overall, I enjoyed that song. So Welcome to the Car and Bells, I thought were pretty solid songs, you know what I'm saying? After that, you got hip hop, well, Big X the Plug. I thought he knocked his verse out the park. Wayne did his thing, but I thought that Big X the Plug and the features, man, I can't remember the other feature was on it. But yeah, I thought the features did better than Wayne on this song. You know what I'm saying? But overall, it was cool. Like I said, it kind of had like that old school UGK beat to me, that Southern beat, you know what I'm saying? Like when I was listening to it. But yeah, like I said, all right, so for me, 3 for 3. Now, this one, it gets to the point where I'm kind of like, I don't know about that one. Sharks featuring Jelly Roll and Big Sean. Now, I will say, I think it's what? Yeah, Boy the One, yeah, he produced the track. But Jelly Roll really didn't care for, I'm not a really big Jelly Roll fan, but I really didn't care for his, I guess his verse or whatever. Now, Big Sean, I thought Big Sean knocked his verse out the park. Now, there are people in the comment section, I've seen the other videos like, man, when you got Big Sean's the best feature on the album, your album got an issue. That's messed up. That's messed up. Don't say that about Sean. But you know what I'm saying? But yeah, overall, like Big Sean was definitely the highlight of the song. And like I said, that was when I was kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Now, Banned from NOI, that was the track afterwards. One thing I will say in my notes is that, Wayne is flowing on the track, but there was no theme to the song. I thought that this would have been a really cool song to have like a theme behind it. You know what I'm saying? Like Banned from NOI. Like that's a good title, man. Like hear a story behind it or something like that. Kind of similar to how he had like Mona Lisa. You know what I'm saying? Like that would have been kind of cool to have like a story behind Banned from NOI. You know what I mean? But yeah, overall it was cool. But like I said, he was kind of just, that's one thing I will say. One of my critiques about this is, yes, we all know Wayne can rap. Whap. It sounds like Elmer Fudd. We all know Wayne can rap. But at the same time, there was a lot of, the bars sounded hollow, you know what I'm saying? Because there wasn't a lot of meaning behind the bars, you know what I'm saying? He was just rapping to rap, and I know there was like a lot of critiques out there saying the same thing, but when I finally listened to it, I'm like, yeah, that's true, because a lot of the songs, there could have been a theme to it, based off the title, but he was in there rapping a lot of times about just smashing the chick, you know what I'm saying? So that was kind of like, Now here's a track that I was kind of like, all right, this is a track I feel like that's trying to be in prop for, like, because we all know Wayne's a sports fan for like ESPN and, you know what I'm saying, like the big sports events and stuff like that. NBA Finals is on right now, but The Days featuring Bono. When I heard that, when I said, yeah, this is that track that he would want to push, you know what I'm saying, for like the commercial, you know what I'm saying, the commercial aspect and everything like that, the pop record. And like I said, we all know Bono's a legend too for, YouTube and everything like that. So, for the pop theme, yeah, it makes sense to go after him, but I thought as far as like this album, there wasn't a lot of, the tracks weren't cohesive, you know what I'm saying? Like the sound of the album, it was kind of just all over the place. You know what I'm saying? I'll get that to later on, you know what I'm saying, as far as like the other songs in here. But yeah, for The Days, I was kind of like, yeah, that's that pop record they want to push. But it really wasn't much to it, you know what I'm saying? Like, now here's another track. This is a track I thought was all right, Cotton Candy. I thought that was all right, you know what I'm saying? That featured 2 Chainz, and I will say it's about 2 Chainz and Lil Wayne. I think they're a really good duo together. They do got that album together, you know what I'm saying, that collab album. So I think they collab very well together. You know what I'm saying? 2 Chainz had a really good verse on there as well. So, and Wayne, you know, Wayne was fine. Like somebody's rapping about anything. But overall, I thought it was pretty cool. Like I said, the chorus, I thought the chorus was fine, but I did like the beat. You know what I'm saying? I did like the beat overall. So yeah, Cotton Candy was cool. Now this is one I was kind of like, okay, you know, Flex Up. Flex Up, I was kind of like, you know, all right. You know what I'm saying? I was like, you know, Wayne's, he's rapping pretty much just about, you know, another girl again, you know, getting, I can't say the word, but yeah, I was kind of Flex Up, was like, you know what I'm saying? Now, this stretch of songs right here, I wrote it down. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. About 5, maybe 6, but I'm gonna say about this 5 stretch of songs were just, nah, bro, this wasn't it at all. Starting out, man, Island Holiday. Bro, that track was nah, dog. I thought that was a really bad song. The auto-tune on there, that was not feeling that one on. Island Holiday that was really bad. You followed up with Loki's Theme. Now, Loki's Theme, DJ Clue is one of the producers on there. I did look it up. Clue is one of the producers on the song, but I thought the beat was very generic. I'm like, Wayne, he really isn't saying a lot of anything on that song, you know what I'm saying? I thought it was overall just a bad song. Then at the end, you know, the whole rock and roll thing. So I was like, you know what I'm saying? Island Holiday and Loki's Theme, I wasn't feeling it. If I played guitar, that was another one. I'm like, all right, bro. This ain't, nah, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, after Island Holiday, Loki's Theme, If I Played Guitar, I'm like, I wasn't feeling none of those songs right there. Bruh, one of Wayne's worst songs I've ever heard, man. Peanuts to an Elephant. Bruh, in my notes, all I put was ... N-word. I can't say, you know what I'm saying? But I'm like, bro, that's it. Like, I didn't have anything notes for the song. That was the worst song in the whole album. But he actually sampled an elephant. I'm like, man, come on, dog. You're better than this, man. You're better than this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this was horrible. That was a horrible song, man. Peanuts to an Elephant was absolutely terrible, man. It's like one of those spoof songs, like, where people listen to it just to laugh. I'm like, nah, dog, bro, you're way better than this. This was absolutely horrible. That was a horrible track, man. What's it? Rari? Wayne's song, he's featured on there. Wayne's son, he's featured on the song. A lot of auto-tune. Goodness great. That was a horrible song too, man. Like there wasn't a lot of notes I put down for those songs. It was just a stretch for me to get through them. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Like that 5 stretch was just terrible, man. Island Holiday, Loki's Theme, If I Played Guitar, Peanuts to an Elephant, Rary. Man, I didn't care for none of those tracks. None of those tracks whatsoever, man. I thought they were all bad. Maria featuring Wyclef Jean. You know, Wyclef, you know, from the Fugees. He was on here. They sampled this opera song, Maria. I can't sing no opera. But I thought the beat was fine. You know, Wyclef, he did his thing on there. He had his verse. Wayne had his verse. But overall, it was kind of like, you know, I want to like the beat. I thought the beat was fine. It was better than the last 5 tracks, but that's not saying much. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, I didn't hate it, but I was kind of like, similar to, what's the other song? Like, Flex Up, where I was kind of just like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Maria, Being Myself. Now, I love the sample on Being Myself. Why? Oh, Manny Fresh produced the song. That was one of my things going into this album that I will talk about at the end on what I think. And I'm going to do a separate video, too, on how Wayne can come back. Well, I'm going to say come back. But what Wayne needs to, you know, what he needs to correct. You know what I'm saying? And I think as far as the production and getting with a producer is definitely one of them. And Manny Fresh, in my personal opinion, is that go-to guy. I thought Manny Fresh did a really good job on the beat on here. I absolutely liked it. I like the sample. And, you know, Wayne is he's wapping. Wayne is rapping on here. You know what I'm saying? It's just, like I said, he's not really saying a lot of nothing on here as far as like the whole album itself. But yeah, I thought, I did like Maria. I mean, not Maria, Being Myself better than I like Maria, Rari, you know, Peanuts to an Elephant, definitely. So yeah, I thought that was one of my more favorite tracks on here is Being Myself. Now, Mula Kaminin, bro, I can't even say it. That joint was, nah, dog. I'm like, man, another one, man. Like that was another bad track, man. I'm just like, what's going on, dog? Who green like this? Who said this was good to go for the masses? Like, this is the Carter 6. This is a part of the Carter series. And for the most part, the Carter series is very strong. You know what I'm saying? I know people really don't care for like I don't say people don't care, but like, you know, 1 through 3 is the classics. All 3 of those, you know what I'm saying? The first 3, Carter 1, 2, and 3, and 4 and 5, I think are really good. You know what I'm saying? But this, I'm like, bro, this is supposed to be a part of the Carter series. This, nah, dog, not at all. Who greenlit this? You know what I'm saying? Another one, Alone in the Studio with My Gun featuring MGK and Kodak Black. man, bro, I don't even know. I'm just like at a loss for words at this point, man. I didn't care for the production, the features themselves, you know what I'm saying? Like Wayne, Kodak. And, you know, I like Kodak from time to time, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I love Wayne, but in MGK, I'm like, bro, nah, dog. Now, last song on here, Written History. That was one of my favorite songs on the album. I thought it was good. I like the Muhammad Ali sample in the beginning on here. I thought Wayne, he was rapping again. You know what I'm saying? It was talking about smashing a girl for the most part. But the production was tolerable than a whole lot of other songs on here. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, it wasn't. I thought Written History was pretty good. So if I'm being honest, I thought just going through my notes again. Welcome to the Carter, Bells. Like I said, band from NOI. I'm alright with that. Cotton Candy, I like 2 Chainz verse. Being Myself, you know, Manny Fresh and Written History. I thought those were like the tracks that I'm like, okay, you got an EP. You know what I'm saying? Like pretty much that's it. Like, yeah, you got an EP, bro. Because overall, this was bad, man. Like this is my overall prediction, man. I thought this was the worst out of the whole Carter series. I'm not just saying that. I'm not one that like go and watch a video just to make a assumption. I'm like, nah, I'm big on, you know, man, making up assumption for yourself. You know, listen to it, having your own critique on it. Because after listening to this, man, I was like, nah, bro, this was hands down Wayne's worst Carter album, man. Hands down. Like, I don't even think it's close. Like, because my thing is the build up, everything with the Super Bowl and people saying that, yo, Wayne deserves a Super Bowl and stuff like that. And, you know, he's like, well, you know what? He's focused on the Carter. He ain't worried about the NFL no more. Man, to put this out, nah, bro. Here's another thing. You know, Wayne is also known for having summer anthems. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you listen to like the old Carter albums and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? From like, you know, man, Fireman, you know, My DJ, all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, Amelie. Wayne is always known for having like summer records. There was not one song on here that like, oh yeah, that's that summer record where you're gonna hear that joint in the cookout or somebody blasting it in the car. There wasn't one song, not one track on here that was like, oh yeah, that's that summer anthem that Wayne usually has. Nah, bro, that's that. Not one track, bro. Not one track. There was rumors going around that now here come the features. I will say that. What's my man's name again? Sorry. Shoot. I'm going to it right now. Yeah, Big X the Plug. I liked his verse. I like 2 Chainz verse. I like Big Sean's verse. So there were some verses on here that was solid. There were some really solid verses on here. You know what I'm saying? From the features. That's one thing I will say. The features, for the most part, you know, fine. Like I said, Bono makes sense on the track about, you know, the days. But again, like the days is a track that it kind of it doesn't fit with like the whole, like I said, the production was all over the place. Sonically, the production was everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Even though Bono fits for a song like The Days, I'm like, you know what I mean? But as far as the features were fine. You know what I mean? But there were rumors. DJ Academics was putting out there that, oh yeah, Drake and Nicki were going to be on here. And that didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? The people saying that there are issues between Wayne, Drake, and Nicki. Or who knows, man? Maybe Drake did have a verse on here, but maybe he was, who knows, man? Maybe he heard the album, was like, nah, that ain't it. Or he was throwing shots and they're like, oh man, you know, I'm gonna I sued the label, so now I can't be taking shots at Kendrick. But who knows, man? Nicki, she wasn't on here. Of course, you know, her fan base, they were upset. So I don't know, man. Like I said, this wasn't it, bro. Overall, man, 4 out of 10. If I'm being honest, a 4 out of 10. I wanted to give it a 5 because I love Wayne, but at the same time, I love Wayne enough to be like, nah, bro, I ain't gonna lie on it. I treat any of my favorite artists like this before. Any of them, like, nah, this was not it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? So we shall see what happens next. If he's gonna put out more music. I hope it's not a deluxe. Get away from this. Get away from the Carter 6. You know what I'm saying? Make a whole nother album, man. Do a mixtape or whatever. Just get away from this. You know what I'm saying? Because this is a really bad stain in my personal opinion as far as his career. Like, hands down, the worst Carter album. You know what I'm saying? But I still love Wayne as an MC. I think he's a dope rapper, one of the best of all time. But yeah, man, he needs to get with a producer, man. Just really lock in. Lock in, bro. Stay focused, man. Go outside. Because, you know, I'm going to save that for my other video. That thought. But anyway, man, yeah, that's my review for the Carter 6. Tell me what you guys think about it in the comment section. It's almost a 15-minute video. You know, me just talking about it, man. So, yeah, man, tell me what y'all think about it in the comment section again. Yeah, and this was like on my top 10 most anticipated albums of this year. So, yeah, we'll see what happens next, man. Have a blessed day. I'll see y'all soon.